Welcome back to the Daily's Husky Highlight Show. I'm Taylor Soper, sports multimedia producer at the Daily.
I'm Kevin Dowd, Husky football analyst for the Daily.
And we're here at Husky Stadium where the Huskies are coming off their bye week, and they were fresh, and it certainly showed in a 52-24 dismantling of the Colorado Buffaloes. The Huskies put up 38 first half points. Everything seemed to be working today.
Definitely 379 yards in the first half. I mean, they were really clicking on all cylinders offensively and defensively too. They were able to. Colorado lost Ronnie Stewart obviously early in the game, but they were still able to limit a pretty dangerous Colorado attack.
Definitely, and the Huskies improved to 5-1 on the season, so let's go to the highlights.
After dominating Utah in a 31-14 win in Salt Lake City 2 weeks ago, the 4-1 Huskies enjoyed a bye week and came out running against Colorado from the start. The UW needed less than 3 minutes to notch their first touchdown when Price found senior Jermaine Kearse on the 17-yard pass that gave the Huskies an early 7-0 lead. The Buffs bounced back quickly though, and knotted the game at 7 off this Tyler Hansen 5-yard pass to Kyle Cefalo. But then, just 3 minutes later, the Huskies were at it again. This time it was sophomore receiver Kevin Smith, showing off his athleticism on this 22-yard reverse that made it 14-7 Huskies with just under 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, when I went around, I saw the pressure coming. They were deep in the backfield, so I just bubbled back so they wouldn't get me. And then Drew Shaver and James Johnson had a good block for me to spring for the touchdown.
Oh man, it was great. It was great. Kevin, he broke it long and made some guys miss. And, it was a great play call.
After a Colorado punt, Price led the Huskies down the field and threw his third touchdown pass of the day on this 11-yard dart to freshman tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who caught his fourth touchdown of the season. The Buffs added a field goal to begin the second quarter, but the Huskies were just unstoppable on offense. Chris Polk, who finished with a quiet 118 yards in the day, started the drive with that 16-yard scamper and then scored the UW's fourth straight touchdown on his 14-yard pass from Price. That made it 28-10 Huskies, and they weren't done yet. The defense made another stop, and Price went back to work. This 4-yard toss to senior Devin Aguilar made it 35-10 Huskies, and marked Price's 21st touchdown pass of the season.
The first half was obviously is one of the best halves of football we've played since we've been here, and our guys responded, and they played passionate football. They played physical football.
Man, it was amazing. We just felt we were rolling. Everything that we did, we just felt like we couldn't really be stopped, and I think we showed that too out there on the field. So it was awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, our offense is explosive. It's really hard to stop in practice, and it's obviously pretty hard for other teams to stop in the games.
The Huskies would cool down in the second half, and Nick Montana was able to make his debut. But the sophomore got a rude welcome to the college football world when he fumbled on his first play. It didn't really matter because just minutes earlier, it was Jesse Callier taking it 26 yards on this touchdown that made it 45-17 Huskies. In the end, 7 different Huskies would score 7 UW touchdowns. The Huskies put up 562 yards and 52 points, the most in over a decade. Price threw for 4 more touchdowns, all in the first half, as the Huskies scored on their first 6 possessions.
First and foremost, I want to say how proud of our football team I am for really responding this week. You come off of a bye and a big win like we had at Utah, and there's some challenges there from a psychological standpoint, and proud of our coaches and our kids for responding the way they did. I thought they played with a real sense of urgency, a lot of energy, a lot of passion.
And we're back at Husky Stadium, and let's talk about that first half. 38 points. They scored on their first 6 possessions. Keith Price looked stellar again. Coach Steve Sarkisian was talking about how it's one of the better halves he's seen since he's been here, and even in his career, comparing it to his days at USC. What was working so well in that first half?
I mean, Keith Price and Chris Polk may not be Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush, but today at least they were pretty darn good. And really everything was going well offensively. Throwing the ball well, just had guys wide open all over the field, big holes to run through. And as Sarkisian said, it seemed like he was really improved calling plays. And when he's clicking and Price is clicking and Polk's clicking, things are going to go well for that offense.
And let's talk about Price. I mean, it's almost to the point where it's not surprising when he goes out and throws 4 or 5 touchdowns in a game. He's got 21 touchdowns on the season, second in the nation. I mean, is it even surprising that the way he's playing now?
I mean, 6 straight games, and he's got 3 or 4 touchdown passes in every one of them. So, I mean, it's tough to say that it's surprising at this point. Just got to sort of expect that Price is going to come out, make plays, and throw a lot of touchdowns every game.
And the word Heisman was bounced around a little bit in the post-game conference.
Yeah.
might be a little premature for that, but I mean, legitimately, he's not only one of the better quarterbacks in the Pac-12. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the nation right now.
That's very true. Yeah, if the Huskies keep on winning, he could be in that conversation for the Heisman. He might not have quite built up the name recognition nationally. They don't need to really be in the thick of things there. But I mean, yeah, if he continues throwing for 3 and 4 touchdowns every game, he'll be in the thick of the conversation towards the end of the year for sure.
Definitely. And another thing, Heisman was bounced around. Another word that was bounced around was fun. Players saying they're having so much fun. Sarkisian's even saying he's having fun coaching. And for us and fans and the reporters, it's fun to watch. I mean, it's a stark difference from the 0-12 Huskies, and now, I mean, this team's clicking on. Seems like on all cylinders.
Just a lot more explosivity everywhere, offensively and defensively, and that's always fun to watch. And again, that fun is just sort of, I think, largely a byproduct of winning. When you're winning games like the Huskies are doing and putting up a lot of points like they're doing, it's inevitably going to be pretty fun to play and to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that brings us to next weekend, where the Huskies have somewhat of a showdown at Palo Alto against the Stanford Cardinal and Andrew Luck.
Yep.
And it seems like against Colorado, they played probably their best game of the season, at least from the offensive side. Do they have a chance to beat the Cardinal? I mean, I would say it's pretty possible.
I mean, I think it's definitely safe to say this was the Huskies' best game of the season all around, offensively and defensively. As to whether they're going to have a chance with Stanford, that'd be a different story. Stanford's a very good all-around team and play well at home. But if the Huskies, if they play like they did in the first half today, it'll be a ball game. I don't think anyone can stop that offense when it was clicking like it was in this first half.
Definitely. Regardless, it'll be a good one. 5 o'clock this Saturday in Palo Alto. The Huskies will take on Stanford for a chance to improve to 6-1 in the season, and it would be a big statement win for the Huskies if they can come away with a win.
Definitely.
At Stanford. That's it from the Husky Stadium. For Kevin Dowd, I'm Taylor Soper. See you next week.